Today's show is sponsored by Dr. Denise Sincere for the Get Your Steps In Challenge. If you'd like to get your steps in, join the challenge today. You just have to go to bit.ly/get your steps in. I repeat, bit.ly/get your steps in. It's a 10-day challenge that you don't want to miss. Welcome to Talk to Me. I'm your host, Brenda Warren, and today we are talking about none other than burn the boats, a lesson from history still relevant today. You know, I did this especially for my convened community, a community I talk about often. It's where real people living real lives, having real experiences go to create content, collaborate, educate, and just join a group of like-minded individuals that are ready to live their best life now. And today, I wanted to share with you what I discussed with my community about no longer having excuses. So I'm going to show you a brief video that I did, and then we're going to come back and talk about why burning the boats is necessary and why that's my theme for the month of June. Here's the presentation. Burn the boats, a lesson from history still relevant today. In 1519, Spanish captain Hernan Cortez led his men to Mexico with only one command: burn the boats. This simple but powerful statement sent a clear message. There was no turning back. Today, the ideal of burning the boats still resonates with us, especially when striving to achieve our goals. Entrepreneurs, self-publishers, and everyone trying to live their best life must make a decision to burn the boats. Take the leap of faith and do the work that will bring them closer to their dreams. And while the ideal of burning bridges behind you might seem frightening, it is necessary to move forward and succeed. That's why I say no retreat. Burning the boats is a powerful metaphor for cutting off all possibilities of retreat. Moving forward without hesitation and dedicating oneself wholeheartedly to their ultimate goals. It means leaving behind anything that might hold you back, or anyone for that matter, that will distract you or derail you from your dreams. It's about giving up the safety net and committing to the journey, no matter what. For entrepreneurs, it might mean quitting your 9-to-5 job, but I say don't do it till you know you get through it. For self-publishers, it might mean investing all your savings into getting your book published. Not necessary. Let me tell you how. And for those trying to start a new career, it might mean taking a calculated risk and simply moving to a new city. That's one way you can start to become unstoppable. So much of our success depends on our mindset and willingness to do the hard work, even when the road ahead looks impossible. It means believing in yourself, believing in your vision and your ability to make it happen. When you burn the boats, it's because you are ready to do whatever it takes to live your best life, to become unstoppable and tap into your full potential. So when you're ready to do that, you should look to get some help. But to burn the boats, you need to have a plan, a strategy, and a support system. While it's important to trust yourself and your instincts, having a mentor or coach can help you navigate the obstacles that come your way. Working with me, the solutionist, is a powerful way to get the guidance and advice you need to close the gaps between your desires and reality. Joining the Solutionist Portal means being part of a community of like-minded individuals who are also working towards a common goal. That goal, living their best lives now. What is now? No opportunity wasted. Are you ready to make the commitment to burn the boats? To do that, you must begin to understand burning the boats is not just a history lesson, but a universal one still relevant today. It's about taking that leap of faith, committing wholeheartedly to your dreams, and pushing past your limiting beliefs. Ultimately, it's about realizing that you have the power within. You have the power to achieve anything, and I do mean anything you set your mind to. So whether you're an entrepreneur, a self-publisher, or someone who's simply trying to live their best life unapologetically unstoppable, remember to burn the boats and trust that you have what it takes to succeed. And when you need a little extra help or support or just some guidance, I'll be here to help you close the gap between your dreams and your reality. Are you ready to burn the boats? Tell me. I want to know. Be blessed. Well, that's the presentation I did for my convening community. And they should be seeing it pretty soon because I did this all over the past few days and it's uploading. You see, I had to come to a definite decision that I was going to burn the boats. That I was going to burn the boats when it came to weight loss, my finances, my relationships, my emotional and mental health. Yeah, they are two different things, y'all. My physical fitness, my eating, baby, I'm burning all of the boats. Now, I'm not burning them all at once. I am actually setting up some strategies to help me be able to maintain my unstoppable thought process that's going to help me tap into living my best life now in all areas of my life. And that's what I want to encourage each and every one of you to do. You see, I speak to entrepreneurs, authors, and just individuals on a daily basis from all around the world. And there's one thing that I found is universal. Everybody just really wants to be happy. Now, happiness is different for many people. I have some of my clients that are all motivated about money. There are others that are truly motivated by their ability to impact and see other people's lives transform. That's where I'm at. I'm all about helping people become a better version of themselves. I've been doing that as I've been becoming a better version of myself. I think it's important that we all begin to understand that this life is not a dress rehearsal. We only get one act, and you can decide if it's going to be a short act or a long act, a good act or a miserable act. The choice is yours. I'm always asking people, what's your story? I've been a people watcher and storyteller since I was a little girl. I've always been fascinated with what makes people do what they do, think what they think, and just be who they are. I think we all have a story to tell, which is why I've decided it's clear for me that the boat I was going to burn was stop being all over the place and simply stick to what I know, which is storytelling. I want to help people turn their mess or their mission into a message for the masses. But while they're telling their story, I want them to go beyond the story. See, many people want to write books. They talk about it. Like with many things, we talk about losing weight, having a better relationship, having a great partnership, whatever it is. But then it stops right there at the talk. What I want people to do is not only write their story, but I want them to live their story. And since they have their own pen, I want them to make it an epic adventure. And you do that by burning the boats. Why do I say burn the boats? Because I've always liked that story. I thought how crazy it must have been for the people standing on shore watching the boat they just came in on burn beyond recognition, knowing that they were not going to be able to get on that boat and that what laid before them was a bunch of people with weapons ready to take them out. Well, that's how it is in our everyday life. You see, you get up every morning, you get ready to go to work, and there are people out there just waiting to take you out. I know you may not believe that, but it's the truth. You know what I'm talking about. That coworker at work that just works your last nerve, that if you're not careful, you may catch a case. Or that partner that just no matter what you do, they're just going to be disagreeable. Or that one child with that personality that's just like yours. Our life is full of landmines that we often have to traverse. But how we do it is what matters. Burning the boats allows you to remove all options other than to succeed. I like that. Every time I think about it, I get excited. How about you? If you're watching right now, put something in a comment or leave it there so I can catch it after the preview, because I really want to know what people's thoughts are about burning the boats. Are you ready to move past your limiting beliefs and your excuses to live your best life now? Now is no opportunity wasted. Think about it just for a minute. How many opportunities have you wasted due to fear? Fear is simply future events already ruined. I've ruined many of my future events, worried about the what ifs. But now I turn my what ifs to positives. Instead of saying, if I go on this plane, what if it crashes? I'm like, what if it lands and I get to have the vacation or trip of a lifetime? What if I get in this relationship and they break my heart? Or what if I get in this relationship and it is my love of a lifetime and I live happily ever after, taking it to the grave? What if? It's all about how you look at it. You know, I read something recently about how you, what is it? I'm gonna have to look it up because I put it on my phone. I did not want to mess this up, and I mess this up oftentimes when I see this little thing. But it says, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. I love quotes in general, but I love that one. When you change the way you look at things, the way things you look at change. Every day we get to make choices about how we view situations. You know, that person that cut you off in the car that you still cussing and fussing at, and they going about their business and they probably didn't even know you cut them off. Or the person that didn't hold the door for you when you're walking in the market and you were just sure they didn't hold the door because they were being rude, when in fact their mind was just someplace else. This was never more clear to me than recently. I was going in to get gas, and of course the receipt didn't come out, and I want my receipt because I track everything. I went in to go in the store, and this gentleman in front of me didn't hold the door. It almost slammed in my face. And I was really irritated because I thought, look at that. He's so rude. He has no manners. But all of a sudden, it dawned on him what he had done. He turned around and he apologized and said, man, I'm so sorry. I just came from the hospital. My mother just passed. Oh, my heart broke because I made a judgment based on my own feelings about the situation, not realizing that that gentleman had his own issues he was dealing with. I was able to pray with him and talk to him for a minute. And I felt that we both left feeling better than when we got there. But oftentimes, because we don't know, as Paul Harvey said, the rest of the story, you can make assumptions that don't necessarily actually hold weight to the situation as it truly is. So I ask each and every one of you to give yourself and other people some grace as you enter different situations, and don't always look for the negative. Can you see the positive? Can you find the gift in the things that happen to you on a daily basis? I live in an attitude of gratitude, and I'm grateful right now that there are people that will see this and get something really good out of it. Burning the boats for the month of June is going to be the theme for this channel. I want to help people think about the things that they can do to burn the boats and leave no options other than success. So we're going to talk about that using the T.A.P.I.N method going forward here. We're going to start with the T, which is I want you to embrace transformation. When you get a new mindset, you get new results. I want you to start by acknowledging the need for change and accept that transformation is a necessary process to achieve your goals. Recognize the areas in your life where you'd like to see improvement and be open to embracing the new behavior, new habits and behaviors, and of course, the new mindset. Why do I say that? Because I had to embrace new mindsets in order to burn the boats for the things that I wanted to do. I burned the boat and said, I will no longer work on the weekends. When the weekend comes, turning my computer off, working on self-care, getting manicures, pedicures, taking care of my hair, relaxing in a bubble bath, reading a good book. Taking every other month off was something I wanted to do. By setting my business up in a way that allowed me to do that, made it real easy to burn that boat and say, baby, no more. Sometimes we forget we have choices. And one of the biggest choices we can make is adjusting our mindset to take the braces off our brains, remove the limiting beliefs, and begin to actually believe and take action on the things we say we want. And that's important for the next step, which is to, excuse me. I'm sorry about that. The next step, which is to get accountability. And I'm sorry, I need to get something to drink. Can't pause on a live, can you? It happens, don't it, though? The next step, which is to make the announcement and get some accountability. I want you to Share your intentions to transform with your friends, with your family, or with a support group. By announcing your goals, you create a sense of accountability that can help motivate you to stay committed to your transformation journey. Regularly check in with your accountability partners to share your progress and challenges. You know, doing that is not just for you, it's also for those around you. Because sometimes we have to put people on notice that we're not doing a thing the way we used to do it anymore. When I began to eat, by using keto and intermittent fasting, there were some things that I changed in the way I shopped for grocery for me and my family. And that was a transition that had to be addressed because everybody wasn't trying to eat like that. So although I was on a journey to eat differently, everybody else in my household was not. And if you're not clear on what your intentions are and announcing it to those that are around you, if you live alone, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you happen to live with others, you may want to consider announcing that, hey, I'm changing this and I need your support. And then help them to give you accountability as well as those in support groups like Facebook communities, on Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is you use. But get that support you need to make sure that you can make the change you say you want to as you burn your boats. Then I want you to prepare. I want you to take time to research and plan the steps needed to achieve your desired transformation. You want to break down your goals into smaller, manageable tasks and create a timeline to keep yourself on track. You want to prepare yourself mentally and physically for all the changes that are ahead. I cannot stress enough how important preparation is. You know, I've heard it said, when you fail to plan, you plan to fail. I'm going to say that again. When you fail to plan, you plan to fail. How often have you said, I'm going to get up every morning and work out? And then something small as not having the proper attire or right shoes derails you in the morning or inclement weather. If you haven't already made up in your mind that in the morning we're coming hell or high water, I'm going to get out there, then you may find excuses to not getting your workout in. So you want to plan for, are you going to do your workouts in the morning or are you going to do them in the evening if that's something you want to do? If it's for finances, you want to plan, are you going to put your credit cards up? Are you going to cut them up? Are you going to turn them off? Whatever it needs to do. If it's in your relationship, are you going to take the time to learn your significant other's love language? Are you going to spend more quality time with them? Whatever it is that you're planning to do. If you're starting a business, it's a time commitment you're going to make that business a reality. The key is to plan for it. The next step in the process, of course, is imagination. I want you to imagine. I want you to visualize your desired outcome and imagine how it would feel to have achieved your goals. Use this visualization as motivation to push through the tough moments and maintain focus as you transform for your journey. You got to regularly practice visualization and exercises to help you reinforce your commitment. I always say to dream big and then dream bigger than that. You know, the imagination is a wonderful thing. Can you imagine how good you'll feel on the other side of pain, on the other side of trauma, on the other side of limiting beliefs, when you just let go and let your imagination soar? What would a debt-free life look to you? Well, I can tell you it look different if you, instead of saying a debt-free life, if you said a financial freedom. Think about the connotations to both. How you language a thing makes a difference. So it's important when you begin to imagine your life different than it is today to how you actually want it to be in the future. I want you to write it out. Use your journal, use your computer. If you don't like to write or to type it to your computer, now you can speak. We have apps that allow you to speak into them that will also transcribe so you can have a written record of it. But it's important that you dream big and dream bigger than that. Whatever it is you desire, I want you to go wild. Don't worry about money. Don't worry about how it's going to get done. Just actually dream and imagine what it is you want and dream big and then dream bigger than that and sit with that thing. Then after that, I want you to nurture it. You want you to treat yourself with kindness and compassion throughout your transformation journey. Remember, the change takes time and effort, and that setbacks are a natural part of the process. I want you to celebrate your successes, no matter how small, and continue to nurture your growth and your development as you work toward living your best life now. Oftentimes we don't celebrate ourselves. I know I didn't. And it wasn't until my friend Lisa created a celebration journal that is available on Amazon, Lisa Deschamps. And you can, I'll put a thing in the link there so you can find it. But she created this journal that allows us to write the things that we accomplish so we can celebrate ourselves. We don't often do that. And when you're tapping into your finances, your spiritual growth, your mental health, your physical well being, your professional development, your business growth, whatever it is you're tapping into, you need to celebrate the little wins. Like today you made a networking connection that really felt good, or maybe you walked an extra mile, or maybe you didn't eat that treat that you really wanted, or maybe you were really, really extra kind to your significant other. Whatever it is, celebrate it, because nurturing your success is all important to keeping yourself motivated and going forward in the tap-in process. When I first started talking about burn the boats, a lot of people just kind of thought, girl, that's a little cray cray. But the reality is, many of us need to draw that line in the sand, burn those boats, and stop making excuses. I just want to do a shout out for my fellow entrepreneurs. Remember, y'all, many of y'all are just like me. And I'm telling you, you're trying to make sure that everything's perfect, that everything's done in excellence. And I get that. But if you get stuck in analysis paralysis and you just don't do it, if I let myself worry about the fact that I only had 200 plus subscribers, that right now, as I'm talking, my little counter shows nobody watching. If I got caught up in that, I wouldn't move forward. But guess what? There's a thing called the replay. There's somebody will watch this eventually. And there will be a time when my show catches on. Until that time, I have to remember to tap in by transforming my mindset to know that this is something I really want to do, and that I want to share my knowledge and make an impact and inspire others to do the same. I have to announce to the world that I am not turning back, that I'm moving forward to grow this channel, my other social medias, my coaching platform, and my self-publishing business. I've gotten accountability from the 15-minute results coach, Miss Lisa Deschamps, my partner in love, life, and everything, and from Dr. Denise Sincere, who's running the Get Your Steps In challenge right now, and Miss the boss herself, Miss Mandeep Kerr. Those ladies are in my corner cheering me on as I go and do this transformation myself. I prepared myself by doing the research and taking the training necessary to support the people that come into my solutionist portal that get help with their businesses and with their self-publishing. I've got the certifications, I've got the training, I have the education, and I have the experience. So I have nothing to worry about. And as far as my imagination, baby, the sky's the limit. I have an amazing imagination. And I can see myself sitting on a beach one day doing these type of talks with you guys and just lounging next to my love of a lifetime as I enjoy the summer breeze, telling you guys how to live your best life now as I'm living my best life to its fullest. And yes, I do nurture myself on a regular basis by making sure I eat right, exercise, and get sleep, even when it's elusive. The main point to all of that is that one day I had to make a decision to burn the boats. When I burned the boats, that meant I stopped doing things that didn't give me a return on my investment of my time, did not give me a return on my best investment of my emotional support to others. You have to decide what is it that you want to do, and then burn the boats. And when you decide you're ready to burn, I can't even say it now. Say that 3 times. Burn the boats, burn the boats, burn the boats. Anyway, I want you to ask the 5 questions that I've been asking you guys for the past 2 years. What do you want? Why do you want it? How does it benefit you? How does it benefit others? And what are you willing to do to get it? And I'm going to add a bonus today. I want you to ask yourself, are you ready to start now? I hope you are. I hope you'll remember to burn the boats and do whatever it takes to make your dreams and reality the same. Well, I've enjoyed talking to you guys today, and I hope that you will join me again next week when I hope to have an amazing guest to share with you guys. All during the month of June, I'm going to be bringing in people that I think will help inspire you and get your juices running so you can burn your boat. I do not want any of you to not live out your best life and not really nurture yourself and have the kind of life that you wake up to every morning grateful to. For me, every morning I wake up and say, I bring the joy, I bring the peace. I am the joy, I am the peace. I am the love of a lifetime, and my love of a lifetime is coming. I believe there is nothing, and I do mean nothing, that I can't have once I put my mind to it. And I hope many of you out there will begin to believe that you too can tap into living your best life now. Mainly, I hope that you will remember today to burn the boats and never, ever, ever forget that the choices you make today will be the reality you live tomorrow. So choose wisely, subscribe, reach out, and hit me up. Oh, yeah. And for those of you that have been asking, I will be in Atlanta within the next 2 weeks. And if you want information on how you can meet up and we can do a meet and greet, DM me and I'll let you know. Be blessed, everyone. Have an amazing weekend.